So Vision of the Seas, I guess we're going to stay in the Northeast for just a few minutes here. So the Vision is going to be sailing year-round, it looks like, from Baltimore, Maryland. Now, you know, the Vision is not the newest ship, but what I tell people is if you like classic Royal Caribbean cruising, you're going to love the Vision of the Seas. I've sailed on her several times. I've always enjoyed our time. It's a little bit more of an intimate experience. You may not have all the big water slides and some of the other features, but for a lot of people, that may not be the #1 priority. And if you live close to Baltimore, you're Maryland, you're Virginia, you're in that area, being able to drive to the port is such a wonderful thing. I know for my family, I've done Mexican Riviera, I think, excuse me. I've done Mexican Riviera, I think 29, 30 times now. And that's just because to throw all the stuff in the truck, take my family down, we unload it, we don't have to get on an airplane. It's such a benefit. So if you love classic cruising, you're going to love it. So the first one we're talking about is 9-night Bermuda and Perfect Day. Once again, we're seeing a lot of Perfect Day from the Northeast. It's so popular. So you've got Royal Naval Dockyard in Bermuda for 2 days. You've got Nassau in the Bahamas, and then Perfect Day and back. So that's May 30th, June 13th, 27th, July 11th. So some really awesome summer options. If we continue on down, you've also got that classic 5-night Bermuda that kind of back and forth with that. So you leave from Baltimore, you head to Bermuda for a couple days, you head back. You're going to find that you also have 9-night Canada and New England. Like I was talking a minute ago about Liberty, you're going to see that these kind of line up and go into fall. These also can get into some of those other ports, but I love that idea that you go Baltimore, Boston, Portland, Maine, St. John, New Brunswick, and Halifax in a couple days at sea. So you've got those classic Canada and New England options. You also have some 8-night Bahamas options. So they do Bimini. Taylor and I were just there a few months ago. Great beach destination. You get Nassau in the Bahamas, and you also get Perfect Day. So that's really a great beach cruise. February, I can imagine, February in Maryland, wanting to head on out, get out of the cold weather, head on down to some warm weather destinations. So that's February, March, and April. There's a couple sailings. You've got another one over Thanksgiving that does Port Canaveral, Grand Bahama Island, and Nassau. You've got some really unique ones, too, as you get into the late fall and winter. So I really appreciate those 12-night Southern Caribbean. So you can leave from Baltimore, head all the way down to St. Croix, St. Martin, St. Lucia, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, and then head on back. So once again, it's pretty cool to be able to head out in the middle of some cold weather. You know, after the first day, you're starting to get warmer and warmer, and then get all the way to the far Southern Caribbean. There's another 12-night January 4th that hits St. Croix, St. John's, Antigua, St. Martin, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis once again. You've got another 8-night Bahamas and Perfect Day, similar to the one we talked about before. A couple more of those in January. Classic Southeast Coast. So this is going to add Charleston, South Carolina, which is a gorgeous city, great food, great history, lots and lots of history, great culture. So there's several of those, and I really appreciate that. That's November 29th, January 16th, February 21st, March 21st. 8-night Bahamas holiday. So if you're looking to cruise over Christmas, you've got Grand Bahama Island, Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Sounds like the perfect Christmas present to me. And then you also have the Southeast Coast over New Year's. So that's going to all be on the beautiful Vision of the Seas.